Hi, I'm Kim Edelston with Entrepreneur and Innovation Exchange and FamilyBusiness.org. Small businesses often struggle to find and retain good employees. This is especially becoming difficult with the current labor shortage. But my guest today may have a solution. Teresa O'Brien has a National Certificate of Rehabilitation Counseling. She is currently working as a supervisor who has developed a program to support businesses in hiring people with various disabilities. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for joining me.
Kim, I can't thank you enough for this opportunity.
So tell us about what you do.
So I get so excited, but I'm going to jump back a little bit, and I am going to define what a disability is. People hear that word and they get a little anxious about it. But really, under the American Disability Act, a disability is just a physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more major life activities. For example, everyone knows what a nurse does. Should a nurse throw their back out, that's considered a substantial barrier, and that's considered a disability. So when I hear about someone like that, I find out exactly all their good skills, and I talk to them about possibly going to work for an attorney to review workers' comp cases, maybe becoming a school nurse. A disability can be someone that has a hard time reading or writing, has a hard time with math. We figure out those barriers and we kind of shy away from those because we really want to focus on people's strengths. Everyone that's got those types of skills can work somewhere in this country. So now that disabilities is defined, I can tell you more about what I do. So when I find out about people's employment and then people that cannot work because of a disability, I look at assistive technology devices. I look at job coaching. I can pretty much be very creative and come up with anything that will help them obtain and maintain employment. Oftentimes when we close a client as successfully working, and if something happens and they need immediate support, I can immediately open them and we run back into that business, figure out what happened and get everything straightened out.
So what are some of the key benefits you see when you place someone in a small business?
It's amazing. People grow, the purpose in life changes for not only the person, for the business, for their consumers. When people come in and they just see people that love their jobs, it makes my job so worthwhile.
Are there any tax benefits a small business should be aware of?
There are federal tax incentives, and every state has different tax credits that are available. You can look on the IRS website for the federal one. There are certain groups that if the small business hire would qualify under the federal requirements. For example, veterans, if you get a qualified candidate through the vocational rehabilitation program, they count. Ex-felons, people that are trying to reintegrate themselves back into society. And then there's a couple more programs, but they also depend on which state you reside in.
So how would a small business go about finding a rehabilitation counselor like you?
There is a national board. It's called a CRC, which is a Certified Rehabilitation Counselor. That is public to anyone. You can go to the CRC website and look for a rehabilitation counselor there. Every state has a vocational rehabilitation program. There are master level rehab counselors available there. For consult, for helping get pre-screened, pre-qualified individuals to fill a small business need. We really are everywhere.
So if a small business wanted to look into this, what would they do? What do they need? A job description? How do they go about learning more?
So it varies per state, but I have businesses that call me right now and that will say they have a job description and they want 5 resumes. I go check and get 5 pre-screened quality candidates for them, send those over to the business. They interview 5, they could interview 2, and they pick one and offer the job. I've been doing this for over 20 years now, and this is my passion. Every time I go into a business, I want to know about what they do, how I can make that match, how I can help everyone. It really is a passion, and I know there's so many other rehab counselors across the nation that have the same passion that I do.
I know I've learned so much from you, Teresa, and just knowing you, I also know the amazing work you do and how you've touched people's lives and really changed them. I hope a lot of small businesses now look into programs like this and rehabilitation counselors. Again, in this article underneath the video, we are going to be providing information on where you can find more such assistance. Thank you so much. Again, this is Kim Edelston, and this was Teresa O'Brien, who's a rehabilitation counselor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kim.